its institutions steeped in centuries of tradition. Its empire once spanned the globe, but its relations with its nearest neighbours have always been fraught. Even in times of peace, English anger and distrust towards Europe is evident.
Yeah, I think there's a history where Britain, England in particular, has clashed with various European countries, and there's been historic tensions for a long time.
Winston Churchill called for a united Europe in the aftermath of the Second World War.
Europe can only be united by the heartfelt wish and vehement expression of the great majority.
The European Economic Community was formed in 1957. After twice being blocked by the French, the UK joins 16 years later.
Our most sincere congratulations.
But almost as soon as they were in, parts of the British public wanted out. The first Brexit referendum is held in 1975. It's a Remain victory by around 9 million votes.
The British people, in clear and unmistakable terms, have made their historic decision that Britain shall remain a member of the European community.
But that wouldn't placate those pushing for a split. EU detractors were angered by the expansion of the bloc to 28 countries, the corruption scandal of 1999, Greece's economic collapse and the Eurozone debt crisis, a perceived increase in bureaucracy, and an influx in immigration.
A lot of anger towards the EU, particularly around the view that laws are being made in Brussels, and the laws in Brussels override and are more important than the laws in the United Kingdom.
A then obscure political party rode the wave of anti-EU sentiment to prominence. Led by former commodities trader Nigel Farage, the UK Independence Party battled the margin of error in its early days, but after 10 years, some polls showed their support in the mid-20s, meaning their core policy, a split from the EU, would remain in UK political discussion.
Nigel Farage possibly will go down as the most influential British politician in modern times, and he has captured the mindset of many within the UK who have been disillusioned for an extremely long time.
And in 2013, under the weight of pressure from UKIP and some MPs within his own Conservative Party, Prime Minister David Cameron made this fateful pledge.
We will give the British people a referendum with a very simple in or out choice: to stay in the European Union on these new terms or to come out altogether.
It was a promise made out of political necessity, and one which ignited debate around a nation's identity. Nationalism came to the fore. Proponents of a split believed Britishness was under threat, that the UK, a former superpower with waning international influence, was now under the thumb of a foreign entity.
I definitely think it was driven by a sense of national pride, or a desire for national integrity, by a belief that the nation is an incredibly important institution, because people recognise that it's really only within national borders that you can have democracy in any meaningful sense.
A history of distrust of Europe and concerns of fading British identity and power set the stage for a campaign which would split the nation, and a result that would shock the world. Brent O'Halloran, Sky News.